The more hits we play, the more hits we get. URLradio.net. Stacy Sturm.
Kevin Kaz.
How's it going today, Kaz?
It's fantastic, Stacy.
It's fantastical. It's a fantastical Tuesday.
Any Tuesday I can spend with you, Stacy.
I was just going to say that.
That you could spend with yourself?
You owe me a Coke. Yes. Any Tuesday that I wake up and I'm like, good God, it's good to be me again today.
Isn't that every day for you, Stacy?
It is. Every day's a gift of me.
A celebration.
Okay, funny thing you brought that up. Michelle Farnsworth and Megan Smith-Hoon were outside at Urban Harvest last week. And we're walking around. And, of course, whenever you have an opportunity, you see two other really sarcastic people out there. You have to catch up on conversation. So we're sitting there talking, and we're talking about how I think it was Michelle had a friend or Nicole had a friend. Nicole was with me, Morrison, and we were talking about how one of her friends said, "God, I can't believe these people put their wedding anniversary in the celebrate section. They're celebrating 3 years. Who does that?" And Nicole's like, "Well, how do you know? How do you know? Maybe they didn't like she or he survived cancer and they're just really happy to be alive and they want to celebrate this year. And why be a dick, you know?" So I said, you know what I'm going to do just to piss that person off? I'm going to put a picture of myself in every week. I celebrate me. I made it through another week. Check. Another week down. Check. I celebrate me.
Another week of being awesome.
Another week of total awesomeness.
Picture of you with your
thumbs up.
Yeah.
No, 2 thumbs up. Not just one. 2. Because that frames your face.
Right.
And you frames have to frame your cheesy face. Damn face.
I'm in. So I'm
going to totally put one in every week.
God,
just
that would be funny.
I celebrate me yet another week.
And they'd have to keep doing
total awesomeness. Because you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And if I can, I'm gonna buy like a quarter page. You know what I mean? Like I just want to take up a good section of that, like an ad.
Like that would be great,
wouldn't it?
I would. My Sunday mornings would be.
You'd wake up and you'd smile.
Yes. There she is again.
Oh, yeah. So I said I'm totally going to do it. I have to get a series of, like, cheese-tastic pictures, though, first.
Like some glamour shots.
Yeah. Put my hands beside my face. Like, yes. I would like to sleep on a pillow of my hands. Smile. Maybe one day give a wink. You know? Yeah. Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Maybe like a picture from your back, but you turning around and pointing like you're crazy.
Oh God, I am so tired.
You went to the fair.
I did. I gained 20 pounds.
I'm jealous of your 20-pound gain, though.
3 funnel cakes.
Yep.
And that was not even. I didn't even buy those. Here's the thing. Funnel cake guy took a liking to me and Mike. We interviewed him because we knew he was part of the Food Frenzy competition.
Uh-huh.
And what I did is I interviewed people I thought were contenders.
Okay.
Had a real shot of winning. So I interviewed him. I interviewed Bacon Corn Dog Guy.
Whoa, stop.
Yeah, I know, right? Fantastic.
Was the cornmeal not cornmeal, but it was bacon?
It was like wrapped in bacon.
And then in cornmeal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So hot dog bacon.
Yes.
Batter.
Deliciousness. So I interviewed him. I interviewed Funnel Cake Guy because he had one caramel turtle funnel cake.
Damn.
Oh, I know.
Damn.
And then who else did we interview? Beer battered walleye. There was quite a buzz about that.
Okay.
I'm like, beer battered fish. That's not anything super new, but knowing North Dakota as I do, it could be a contender. And so the winner was caramel turtle funnel cake.
Well, of course.
But here's how this got started. We interviewed him, and as soon as I showed up and I said, hey, can we do a radio interview with you? And the older fellow that was working in there, he's like, yeah, talk to him. Sure, talk to him. So we talked to this guy who's even probably 6 inches taller than you guys.
What?
Gigantic feller.
He was the funnel cake giant.
He was the funnel cake. He had big tastes. So as we're interviewing him, this old dude's making funnel cakes. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he must be testing out the batter. No, he was preparing us a funnel cake.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow. I just show up, ask for an interview. You automatically start feeding me before that. So we talked about the funnel cake, and it was just a plain funnel cake. Well, then I told him one of my favorite fair things last year was their red velvet funnel cake.
Yeah, I remember you saying something.
So what does he start making me?
Red velvet?
Red velvet funnel cake.
What the heck?
So then I'm like, wow, okay. One of my favorite things is you
after
rip your
you've
books.
eaten the second funnel cake?
I didn't finish.
Or did you sample it?
Mike and I had about half of them.
Okay.
And so then finished up the interview. Well, then the judging, we talked with him about the caramel turtle funnel cake then. And then when the judging came back in, I'm like, you won. See, I picked you as one of 3 front runners and you won. What does he produce for me? The winning caramel turtle funnel cake.
Wow.
He goes, honey, you got a ways to go. You're not fat yet.
Well, thanks.
I guess it's a compliment.
Yep.
Okay, so the caramel turtle funnel cake was even better than the red velvet, and I'll tell you why. Because it was the caramel and the chocolate and the nuts tended to make it a little bit less sweet. The
Really?
red velvet funnel cake is overwhelmingly sweet. The caramel turtle, though, not so bad. It was great.
Nice.
So that was breakfast. And then for lunch, had a gyro.
Oh, okay.
And then
No cheese curds?
that was yes,
Okay.
Saturday.
Good.
That was the next day. And then for supper, bacon cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
With mushrooms and onions and peppers and jalapenos and 2 kinds of cheeses, and it was delicious. And fries.
Was it super messy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Damn you. Damn you,
Sturm. And then after Tim McGraw, we were walking around the Midway, and Nicole and Nick wanted to stop and get something to eat, so I got some crab fritters. Of course.
Oh.
Delicious. And a milkshake.
Well, of course. Because what goes better with crab fritters?
Banana milkshake. So that was Friday.
Oh. Jeez.
But when I look I was at the fair from like 7 in the morning until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, sure. Well, there you go.
So that's why I justified I spaced it out.
Did you have any alcohol?
Yeah, after the concert, I did. I wanted to keep my senses about
Journey? Was that?
Journey was Saturday. And they were done playing by 10.
Well, of course, they all needed to go to bed.
What in the hell? It was like 10:15. I mean, it's Journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great songs. Still not the same as Steve Perry, though. It really isn't.
Even though the dude sounds like
He
Steve
sounds
Perry.
very similar, but the thing is, he tries to make the songs his own, I think. The problem is they're not his. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
so
Yep.
iconic.
Mm-hmm.
They're not his. And they were done by 10.
I listen, and
And they had an opening act.
The-
Show started at 8.
it's the views expressed by Kevin Kais aren't those of URL Radio.
Okay.
I thought the lineup this year was lackluster, and that's being kind.
Yeah.
The rock show was Journey.
The big rock show, yeah.
I call BS on that.
I know. You would not believe, though, the crazy draw.
Oh,
People went nuts for Journey.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Yeah.
And then what? That
Creedence Clearwater Revisited.
Yeah, it's not even the revival.
No, it's not.
It's just like,
And
hey,
that'll be the Saturday show that wraps up the fair.
that's this Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Toby Keith is on Friday.
Yeah, you know, out of all of them, that would Toby Keith or probably Tim McGraw. And I hate country music.
Yeah.
But the rock bands up there this year were so crap.
Yeah.
That I would go see a country show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that would be the pick.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any of it. But if I had to, probably
They do bring in some great country acts.
Sure they do.
They do. Yeah.
And it feels like they try really hard in that area. But the rock area, it's like, oh, Journey's open that weekend. Let's bring them. But
well, the thing is, they're going to sell out the country show pass just because they have so many country shows.
Yep.
Somebody's either going to want to see Toby, or they're going to want to see Tim, or they're going to want to see Scotty McCreery, or they're going to want to see Brantley Gilbert, or they're going to want to see all of the above.
Right.
But you're basically selling one pass to all of those shows, so they're going to sell out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So it's not, I don't know. So I don't think it's just because of the lineup that pass sells out. It's just the quantity of shows that you have for that one pass.
For that price, yep. Well, in years past, they did, last year they did Kid Rock, and the year before that was Motley Crue.
And I have
to say, come on, that was great.
I think, and they had Kiss.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to say, Kid Rock, now I go to a lot of the country shows too because we get the tickets anyway. And I have to say, Kid Rock had, I think, just as many people at his show as at some of the bigger country acts. But it doesn't look like it because he doesn't specifically by himself sell out. But what people don't understand is Tim McGraw had probably 70% of the people that bought the pass. He technically would not have sold out either.
No way.
Toby Keith is probably not technically going to sell out by himself either. Brantley Gilbert for sure is not going to.
No way.
But in and of themselves, Kid Rock drew just as much on his own as Tim McGraw did and as Toby Keith did as an audience. So I think, the rock acts
what about
do
Journey,
draw.
though? What about Journey?
Journey was
How
a
was
little
Journey
bit lighter.
crowd compared to Kid Rock crowd last year?
A little bit lighter.
Yeah, see? Yeah. And I think if they bring in, and again, I don't know why these guys get so much flack because I love them.
Yeah?
If they brought in Nickelback, it'd be wacko up there.
They did bring in Nickelback one year.
But I'm like...
People threw crap at them. Nickelback walked off
Did
the
they
stage.
Really? I didn't never heard of that.
People booed Nickelback and threw crap at them. Told them to go home.
No way. At the state fair?
One person even lit off stink bombs and threw it up on stage. They finally just left. Yes, this would have been like in 2005, 2004.
Really?
Yes, it was relatively recent. Not like nobody knew who Nickelback was.
Dang, so they're not coming back.
No. Oh my God.
Were you there for that?
No, Bob went up to that show. That's when Bob Brady and I were working, doing the morning show over at the other station.
Yeah.
And I let him have the tickets to that one because I had something else going on. But I really wanted to see them because they had already had 2 or 3 hits, big hits. So they were already pretty popular. Everybody knew who they were. They wouldn't have brought them in. But yeah, so he goes, Sturm, you're not even going to believe this. I am so ashamed of our state.
Wow.
Like we have this great rock act up there. And there are people that were like throwing their pop bottles. They were throwing their beers. They lit off a stink bomb and threw it upstage.
Unreal.
Yeah. And booed them. They finally just left and called us all a bunch of dicks and left.
Well, I don't blame them. What people do? What's the beef with Nickelback?
Oh,
I dig them.
They're generic rock. So is a lot of bands.
Well, sure.
Who cares? They do well because they sell a ton of records.
Yep.
They've sold out the Fargo Dome now twice.
The only thing I fault that whole band for, and it's not even the band, it's an individual, is why did he marry Avril Lavigne?
I thought he was so much deeper than that. And then he goes and marries this angst-ridden 14-year-old. She has never grown up, really.
No.
She's a angst-ridden little 14-year-old girl in a 22-year-old body.
Yep.
She's snotty and she's stupid. I don't get it at all. I'm disappointed. I thought he had more depth than that, Chad Kroeger. Just calling you out on that. But Tim McGraw's show was great.
I bet.
Awesome.
Did Faith Hill come out?
No. I didn't even see Faith Hill backstage. So, and I heard that she lurks because somebody warned me, do not touch his package. She will like leap out of nowhere and claw your eyes out.
If somebody didn't tell you that, would there be some concern?
A little bit. I think that's why they needed to tell me that.
Listen, Stacy.
The thought had crossed my mind.
You got to stay away from this.
Or just, you stand side by side with them. Just a little reach down. Just wanted to grab the bum. A little
Just
bit.
a little side bum?
Little side bum. But then I heard, like, she'll just jump out of the back like a banshee. She'll shank a bitch. Just claw your eyes out. Here's the meet and greet story, though. You guys have to check out our pictures on Facebook. It started raining before the show, but then it cleared up.
Okay.
So it was a little yucky, sticky, muddy, not a big deal. They take us back to the meet and greet, and you know where you have to walk through the dirt back to that trailer there?
Yep.
Okay, so we're lined up and we're waiting to go back there. And waiting. All of a sudden the heavens open up and like a torrential downpour that would rival anything you've ever seen in the movies.
What?
Wind gusting, lightning, thunder. It put my umbrella inside out is how bad it was. We're getting poured on. So finally, Jennifer from the State Fair says, okay, we can't stand. I can't make you guys stand out here. She takes us to shelter. Mm-hmm. We stand in the little holding area back there and for like another half hour until it clears up, and then we're ready to go meet Tim. Okay, great. But now that little dirt area
is mud.
Is the thickest, muddiest, most disgusting area ever. And we now have to walk through this to get to Tim McGraw. So I felt bad. One girl in front of me, all I could see was the corner of her flip-flop. She literally lost it in the mud slide, the avalanche. She had no shoes. She wasn't even going to try to find the rest of the flip-flop. She just left it, said screw it. And one girl, the mud was so thick it pulls your sandal down, obviously, because you could see her sandal broke. So she had no shoes for the rest of the night. Me, I had like 4 inches of mud caked all around my sandals. I held onto those sandals for dear life. You're not going to break. I'm not going to walk around this fairground without shoes. So I made it through, but my sandals were caked in like 4 inches of mud. So I'm like, all right, great. Now let's go meet Tim McGraw. One poor girl even fell in the mud.
Oh, no.
It's so hard to walk in. So, all right, let's go meet Tim.
You didn't stand up at you didn't stand, point, and laugh at her, did you?
No. In fact, I found out that she actually snuck into the line illegally thinking she wasn't going to get caught.
Well, that's karma. That's karma.
That is the perfect picture of karma right there. I wasn't quite sure karma existed until that happened.
That's great.
Yeah. But so then we're waiting in line. You think they'd given us a towel or something to wipe our feet off? Because we just, no. But we're standing in line patiently. We're excited. And he comes in, everybody claps and is like, yay. And they're so excited. And he takes his place. And they're going up there. Well, it comes to my turn. And I cinch in real close for the picture. Step on his boots.
With your muddy feet.
With my gigantic size 9.5 muddy feet. His jeans, bottom of his jeans, his boots, everything. I just did this. Oh, I make that face. I'm like, oh, God, sure tear. I said, oh, my God, I am so sorry. I just stepped on your beautiful boots with my big muddy feet. And he goes, no, honey, don't worry about it. My boots are muddy, too. I look down. I'm like, no, they are not. They are now. But they were perfectly beautiful, probably $2,000 boots. I am so sorry.
Oh, man.
I did not mean to do that. And he goes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, honey. Don't.
And then you guys made out, didn't you?
No. Then I just was like, oh, my God. So then the picture is probably going to look awesome because I'm probably like, oh, my God. I just stepped. I've never stepped on anybody's feet. And at that point in time when I am caked in mud is when I choose to do it. Oh.
So is he dreamy in real life?
He's much better looking in person than he would think he would be.
He's a handsome dude.
He's much better looking in person than he is in pictures and stuff.
I'm comfortable enough in my manhood to say that Tim McGraw's a handsome dude.
The dude is just ripped.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped. Like a bodybuilder kind of ripped, but not as bulky. But yeah, he is, man.
Chiseled.
Mm-hmm. He is a chiseled fella.
Wow.
Very sweet and warm and wonderful. And oh my God, I can't believe I stepped on his boot.
Way to go.
Yeah.
But
the pictures are priceless on Facebook because we got pictures of us tromping through the mud.
Oh, really? I
awesome.
haven't checked them out yet.
Yeah, so you'll have to check them out on Facebook.
I will.
Oh, all right. We should take a break. We've been talking for like half an hour. We haven't even started the show. Jesus. You did something this weekend, too, that we're going to talk about. You went to The Conjuring.
I did.
And we're going to talk about The Conjuring because that is a movie I've wanted to see, and there's been a lot of buzz about it this summer.
All right.
And there's been a lot of stories to come out about weird things with The Conjuring. So we're going to talk about that here coming up in just a little bit. Also, let's see, what else we're going to talk about. How to tell if he's going to be bad in bed. And what kind of drunk person are you? All this and more coming up still.
They're just kind of like two. Either you're
happy or
dick
angry,
or you're not.
And if birthdays and anniversaries coming up as well, if you have somebody you want to add to the list, email me, Stacy at urlradio.net. That's STACY at urlradio.net.